Hey folks, it's Masterpiece, and today I have a vintage collection San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Black Krrsantan from the Book of Boba Fett. So I was pretty lucky to get this really early. It just started shipping, and then it started shipping yesterday actually, and then I got a notification this morning that it was going to be out for delivery. So that was very nice. Super fast shipping. But the only way you could have gotten this variant of Black Krrsantan is if you went to San Diego Comic-Con exclusive and you went up to the Hasbro Pulse booth. They were handing out QR codes. With that QR code, you basically scanned it and you had access to buy certain exclusives that you could only buy or add to your cart if you went to the Comic-Con. And so that's how I got my hands on this one. I know that there was some stock available at the con, so only a few people, I believe, were lucky enough to get that. But yeah, let's get started with it. So here is the front of it. It's a pretty small box. I don't know why. In the pictures it looked bigger, but it's a very small box. Nice pictures on the box. I can't wait to get underneath the sleeve. But that's the front. You see a picture of Black Krrsantan there. He has a bowcaster around his back. He has this blaster right here with the lightning effect, with another picture right here. The back is pretty much the same, except you get to see, it's the same thing with the rest of these deluxe packages. You get a layout of everything that comes in this box. So that's all that comes in the box. It's a lot of accessories, a lot of blasters too. So he comes with the bowcaster and then two other blasters, as you can see there, and they're big. It looks like they're pretty big blasters. The bowcaster in and of itself is a pretty big blaster in and of itself. So on the side you have him with his knuckle dusters. He has one of the other big blasters. I think he used that one in Book of Boba Fett when he was up against the Trandoshan gang. And then the picture below that is when he's in Garza Fwip's Sanctuary. On this side he has a Melu run, the bowcaster, and that is it the same? No, it's not the same. It's the other different blaster that usually has the lightning effect. So that's a cool one. I don't think I've seen that one in the Book of Boba Fett, unless I'm mistaking that one for this one that we see when he's up against that Trandoshan gang. But yeah, let's get into it. So we get more designs once we get that sleeve off, and he has like that, there's like this design right here, kind of pops out, textured design. It's of his kind of bandolier thing. Then he has his shoulder pauldrons up here on the side. A nice cool vintage collection logo pops out really nice. But you see a lot of images from the comic book renditions of Black Krrsantan. On the back there's not too much there. I don't know what this is here. It's kind of strange, but we'll get into that. So pretty cool. Alright, so I got the tape all cut, and look at that. That looks cool. It opens up really nice. I almost don't want to open this. It's just super nice, and it's a con exclusive. So let me just be clear on what comes in this. There's another variant that the TVC is coming out with, which is the regular deluxe, that should be out later this year, kind of towards December, I believe. But so it's basically the same body mold, except this exclusive comes with a different facial expression. You can see there he's kind of like yelling, which looks really good. Like, look at that. He already has his bowcaster around him. Looks good. If we go over to this side, he has some knives, some big old knives, or swords. It looks like maybe they're swords. I don't know. Everything's just super sized because I mean it's black Krrsantan, so you don't know what the heck, if it's a knife, if it's a sword or something. Vibro sword. Under that is the blaster with the lightning effects on it. That comes right off. That's cool. Or you can slide it back on. I thought it just pulled the whole figure out entirely, but that's not the case. It just comes out and stuff like that. Over here on this side we have this little box. I'm guessing this is where the rest of the accessories are. So you're gonna get the Melu run, the knuckle dusters, all that fun stuff. And then right underneath that is that big blaster that he used against the Trandoshan gang. Alright, so here we have him. Man, let me tell you, this guy is a big boy. It's cool. He's really cool. I like it. Let's start with the articulation, I guess. We haven't had a Wookiee. I could already tell you right now, we haven't had a Wookiee this articulated ever in the vintage collection line. And it just kind of makes me angry because, you know, we're going to get that Earth Day Chewie pretty soon. But from what I understand, it's the exact same mold as the, or just about the exact same mold as the previous Chewbacca that we've just gotten. So it's nowhere near as articulated as this, but whatever, you know. Let's start from the bottom up. So he has rocker ankles. The fur right here on the shins and on the ankles is really kind of rough. It does kind of get in the way. Knee articulation, pretty decent. Swivel at the thigh, and he is on the barbell hip joints. He's got some crunch to him. He could do some crunches. The paint apps look amazing on this bandolier type thing where his shoulder pauldrons rest. It looks awesome. It's made out of like this soft material, so I don't think it's gonna get in the way too much of articulation of the arms. You kind of have to try a bit, but it's not too bad, honestly. It's not that bad at all. Elbow, wrist, and let me see. I think that's about it for the wrist. Yeah, that's about it. You can see the knuckle duster. Knuckle dusters right there on both hands, so it already comes with that. From what I understand, it also comes with other switching hands. So actually we could pull these out. Oh, okay, so it does have more articulation in the wrists. I assume the other side is the exact same. Let's see. Yep. Same up and down articulation. Up and down instead of side to side. As for the head is probably the worst out of all of it, just because of all this, and in the back too, the braids and all that, they kind of get in the way. I mean, what do you expect? It's a Wookiee. Even with Chewbacca, you get the same thing. It's even worse with Chewbacca, actually. At least with this one, it's a little bit more softer, but it still gets in the way of articulation. You can't really move it all that much. He could look up and down though pretty decently, so it's not bad. The paint apps, like I said, are amazing. The gold is kind of like kind of worn, and there's dark spots in the crevices and all that kind of stuff. I like it. He's got this thing right here. It looks almost like another Wookiee braid type thing. I don't know. He's got a belt underneath all of that. Goes all the way around. Looks good, man. Here's his bowcaster. I need the other part though, which it's probably in the little box that I showed you guys earlier. But anyways, let's try to match this guy with Chewbacca. I mean, they're both Wookiees, right? So I figured, why not? So on the left is the Chewbacca that came in the ATST. And then we got our SDCC Black Krrsantan exclusive. To be honest with you, Chewie's just a little bit taller, which I have a problem with, because I think Krrsantan's taller than Chewie. Not by a lot, but yeah. Krrsantan should be taller. So that's a little weird, if you ask me. But I don't know if I'm being nitpicky, but I think that should be corrected. Maybe? I don't know. Other than that, looks good. I mean, the articulation is way better on him than Chewbacca. This body mold just needs to retire, man. We need a new Chewbacca mold. Please, Hasbro. I thought we were gonna fix that with the Earth Day Chewbacca, but from what I understand, I might be wrong, it's pretty much the same. No real improvements there. Alright, so moving on, I'm going to get the rest of the accessories out, starting with that small box in the upper left corner of packaging. Alright, so I said screw it. I'm just gonna take everything out and, you know, lay it out for you guys to check out. So these are all the accessories that come with Black Krrsantan, and I'm sorry about earlier, he actually comes with two, not including the handset that he already has on packaged. He comes with two more handsets. So there's these right here that kind of have like him almost like if he's grabbing something. It could be to maybe grab this, I don't know, grab this big jug of whatever the heck he could be drinking. He has the punching fist, like if he's making a fist. He has a fist handset. To go with that, he has these lightning effect pieces right here. I don't want to lose it. They're pretty small. Those are for the knuckle dusters. So you can put these on the fists. like so. It'll just grab on there. There we go. So you can put these on the fists or on these other ones too. Let's try that out. Yeah, actually on these ones it's even easier. I don't know why you would need to do that. I think these are more for the fists. But if you wanted to, it's there for you. So we got those out of the way. Let's check out this Melu run. There it is. Takes you back to Rebels, doesn't it? It's one of Hera Syndulla's favorite fruits in the Star Wars universe, so that's pretty cool. You could have him holding onto it, like I think it's, yeah, right here. You could have BK holding on to the Melu run there. And then there's this big jug that he has when he's in Garza Fwip's Sanctuary. I love that they included this. This is also going to be included in the regular deluxe, along with the fruit. This piece right here, this goes with the bowcaster. There we go. That's Black Krrsantan's bowcaster. Here are his two swords. Here's that big old blaster that he uses. I think this is his more popular blaster. This was what he had when we first saw him in the Book of Boba Fett. Whereas the bowcaster was the weapon that he used in the comics. And I believe this one was another one that he used in the comics, but I didn't read too much of the Star Wars comic books, so I'm not too familiar with this blaster. It looks cool. It looks really cool. I wish I knew the name of this blaster, but it also comes with the lightning effect right here, so it's almost like it shoots out lightning. That's cool. So that's all the accessories that come with Black Krrsantan. Next, I'm going to pose him up, do some cool shots with him, and yeah, so stick around for that. Alright, so what do I think of this release? I think it's really cool. It's awesome. He looks really badass next to Boba Fett. I like all the accessories that he came with. The articulation is great. It's the best articulated Wookiee we have in the vintage collection by far. So the weathering is really good. The paint apps are amazing. The exclusive face or head that we get with this release is super cool. Like, let's take another look at that. More closer look. It looks so good. They did an amazing job. The belt looks good. The braids in the back look good. His blaster. All of the accessories that you get with this figure are amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love it. It's not perfect though. It's not perfect. The articulation in the head is still pretty bad, and I get it. Like, it's a Wookiee, the fur gets in the way. If they can make blasters with the same plastic, more or less the same plastic as some of these like braids and stuff like that, where it's so bendy, and just look at that. They could do that with this guy. They definitely can. The mold gets in the way of the articulation. There's not much you could do there about that. Another con is that, you know, this is just basically going to ruin the deluxe for me. So the original deluxe isn't going to have as much accessories. I think the things that are going to come with the original deluxe are the fists, the lightning effects, this, and the fruit, as well as, I think that's it, and that blaster. That's pretty much it. This release ruined the regular deluxe release for me, but if you didn't get the chance to go to San Diego Comic-Con and you couldn't get your hands on this one, then the regular deluxe release is still gonna be pretty good to you. It's just that you're gonna miss out on some of these accessories, which in my opinion isn't that big of a deal, but I don't know, that's just me. These accessories aren't to die for, and that head sculpt isn't all that crazy. It's okay, but yeah, those are just my thoughts. I'm still going to pre-order the regular deluxe release. I'm still going to do a review on it, so nothing's gonna change there. It's just, those are just my thoughts. It's weird that Hasbro decided to do this for a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. They could have done anything else. Like, I don't know, they could have had like a Garza Whip and Max Rebo 2-pack or something, and then like the packaging could just be, you know, Garza Whip's Sanctuary, so you have Max Rebo on one side setting up and playing with his band, and then Garza Whip on the other side. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. I think they could have done just about any other thing other than another Black Krrsantan and another Boba Fett, because we already have plenty of those. We have Morak and then this Boba Fett. Let's see, what else could they have done? They could have done like a Cobb Vanth. They could have done Cobb Vanth. We still don't have that guy in the vintage collection yet, so they could have done a deluxe release where he has like his armor, like Boba Fett's armor, and then another standard release where he just doesn't have the armor at all. That could have been cool. I don't know. What do you guys think about what I mentioned? Do you guys think that they should have done something else for San Diego Comic-Con exclusive? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I think they should have done something else. Is this a great release though? Yeah, absolutely. I love it. The box art on it is super badass. I love the way it just opens up for you. It's cool. But yeah, that's it for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.